Hello, good evening. I'm filming this Friday night, even though I will post it tomorrow. I have a busy weekend of teaching, thank God, so here I am in my pajamas. Anyway, I took a poll the other day. I gave three topics for my PSA this week, and the three topics were all great topics, but there was a tie. So I am breaking the tie because I feel that this is really something I need to put out as a PSA. And I hope, with all the seriousness, I do at times try to inject some humor, but this is really a very serious topic. So it's a white Jewish woman's take on racism. So, first of all, I want to state something up front. We live in such a bullshit society. Excuse my language, but this PC of everybody saying, "Well, we're all colorblind. We need to be colorblind. We need to be a colorblind society." That's a bunch of crap. First of all, you are the skin color that you are. I'm white. My neighbor across the street is black. I have other neighbors around the corner that are yellow and others that are brown. This is who you are. I mean, this is a maroon top. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Like, ignore that? No. We need to be able to say, that's a black person, that's a white person, because you're describing somebody. Where we get into trouble is when we make assumptions. Oh, that black teenager is out for no good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And you go like this when that's the problem. That's the problem. I'm very fortunate. I live in a multi-diverse neighborhood, and I mean, it's like you see, youth walking down the street. They're walking down the street. Okay, hey, how you doing? Like, nobody's looking for trouble. People are just walking down the street. So let's just get past this colorblind bullshit because it's stupid. That's stupid. It's a stupid statement and it drives me nuts. Okay. As a Jewish woman, I have to tell you, what's going on in this country with our black brothers and sisters really pissing me off. And it's been going on forever. But, now we have video. So, we kind of see what's going on really. Let me tell you, as a Jew, the reason why I relate to blacks getting so upset about certain monuments and getting upset about certain history books, I can relate because when I was in elementary school, I came home from school and said to my parents, "Oh, I learned about a great aviator, a great American hero, Charles Lindbergh. Oh, what a hero." My father got enraged. Enraged. That Nazi bastard, that Nazi bastard. He was like this with Hitler, going on and on and on. And at first I thought, is my father like crazy? No, 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 no. He was a Nazi. They had an HBO miniseries called The Plot Against America where they talk about it, but they're a little cute, they mention Henry Ford, who was a big Jew hater, but they didn't talk about the Kennedys. Joe and Rose Kennedy, another big bunch of Nazi bastards, the both of them, and sadly their children, you know, suffered the consequences of having such horrible parents. And I know I'm going to piss off some of my Massachusetts friends, but I'm sorry. Joe and Rose Kennedy were Nazi sympathizers. Rose Kennedy raised a lot of money for Father Coughlin, who during the Holocaust, he was like, in there with Hitler. And the reason why a plot against America was really brought back a lot of things for me, because a lot of the things that my father told me, it was true. And I remember when I told him, about the hero Charles Lindbergh, my father said, "You go back to school and you tell them he's a Nazi bastard." I go, "Daddy, I don't know if I can do that. He's a Nazi bastard." Well, the thing is, what people don't understand is this American hero had an agreement with Adolf Hitler that when they won the war, if they won the war, Lindbergh was going to run the United States, and I believe Joe Kennedy was going to be like the Secretary of State or something like that. So, why do I bring this up talking about racism? Well, I don't mind, like, if you want to have a statue of Charles Lindbergh to say, he was an aviation hero, this and that. But you got to tell the other side too. And I think that's what really pisses off my black brothers and sisters is that, you have these monuments, but you are not telling the full story of these people. And so when, there's protests like there was in Charlottesville, that spoke to me because, it's the same thing, tell the other side of the story. So, you know, you don't have to erase them from the history books, but, okay. So, now, who do you think is probably the most stressed out person in America right now during a pandemic? My answer is Benjamin Crump. Who's Benjamin Crump? Benjamin Crump is the attorney for the family of Ahmaud Arbery and also, sadly, Breonna Taylor. And he also has handled other very, very big, high profile, you know, sleeping while black, driving while black, barbecuing while black, living in your own house black. I mean, jogging while black. I mean, he's handled all of them. And unfortunately, he's been on TV a little too often lately. But I just want to say that I'm, I'm it really pisses me off that these self-righteous assholes say, well, Ahmaud Arbery, when he was in eighth grade, he did this and, oh, and then he did this. Well, when they showed the video of him looking at the construction site, my son actually happened to be watching that video, and he says to me, if that's the case, I said, Dad should have been like shot to death on multiple occasions because, my husband is curious. He'll see something and, look, oh, what's going on? And to be honest with you, my son does too. So, but because they're white, they have privilege. They have privilege, And as a white woman, I have privilege. Now, as a white Jewish woman, I have a little less privilege, but I have privilege. And so this really pisses me off because people are always ready to talk about what they did in eighth grade and ninth grade and 10th grade. Let me tell you something, you people, what, a lot of you people who I see on Facebook, I know you. I know what you were like growing up. You guys were just as bad. It's like these people who all of a sudden, are like, they're saying, abortion is murder, and this and that, you baby murderer. And I'll say, well, wait a minute, I never had an abortion. I'm pro-choice, I never had an abortion. But if I recall, you had 5. Oh, they don't, They don't want to know. It's the same thing with racism. You you make a narrative and you go with it, and then you make the victim out as they deserved it. Now, let me ask you, what Brianna Till, she deserved it? She's freaking sleeping in her goddamn bed with her boyfriend. She's sleeping in her bed and they shot her up. And she's an EMT worker and she worked like this with the police. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Really? And then now they arrested her boyfriend because people broke in. They never announced themselves. They were plainclothes policemen. He thought they were going to rob them or worse. Okay? But his ass is in jail. His black ass is in jail. This is what pisses me off. It pisses me off. So I just want to say, you privileged white people, you should wake up every morning and thank God that this is the color of your skin and that your kids, this is the color of their skin, because that's privilege. Even the biggest low-life piece of crap white person gets treated better. Now, the people, the real brave patriots who are going into cities and, you know, with their armor and their guns and their, you know, rifles and whatever they have. Big heroes, big patriots. You mean to tell me if those guys were black, the government would have came in and took tanks, artillery, and would have gunned them down on the street? White privilege. White privilege. So this Jewish woman, I know I wasn't really funny today, but this is pissing me off. I mean, I'm pissed off. This white Jewish woman is pissed off. And I cannot, what can I do to convince you white people? What can I convince you to see the injustices? What can I do? Please tell me, what can I do? You know? Please, help me. To my black friends, relatives, neighbors, co-workers over the years, students. I listen, I feel you, I hear you. And you should stay angry. I'm pissed, I'm all, every time I turn on the news, I'm like, oh my God. But white people, please, wake up and stop the narrative about being colorblind, because it's a bunch of crap, okay? Anyway, enjoy your weekend, and please, this is a thought-provoking one that I just gave you, white people. Please. Thank you.